Hi, I'm Mason Duchatschek, and today I'd like to talk a little bit about employee engagement and how to get conscientious employees to perform at their best. I think it was Tom Peters who once said, "What gets measured gets done." And if you install accountability into the operations of your business, you will have conscientious employees. You will most likely drive away employees who are not conscientious, and that can be a good thing. I spoke in one of my other videos about an experience that that a business owner in Tulsa had in dealing with AT&T and trying to get a simple thing like call forwarding added to their service list. And make a long story short, I won't tell the whole story because I've done it in other videos, but needless to say, this person went through the automated answering systems and was rerouted, was hung up on, was sent to the wrong regions, and when it got fed up after like 53 minutes, got fed up on the second call back, said, "Hey, what is your name? What is your first name? What is your last name? What is your phone number? What is your extension?" And the rep's like, "I don't have to give that out." Like, absolute zero accountability. The rep could literally and did hang up, or another one forwarded back to the voicemail jail, and the business owner had to start from scratch. Absolute total lack of accountability. Those representatives in, and I use air quotes here, customer service for AT&T in this particular instance, they have absolute free reign because no one can find them, no one can identify them. All they have to do is disconnect, hit the forward button. No one knows what their name is, their phone number, no extension. They can absolutely mistreat customers and get away with it, period. And I don't think that was the idea that AT&T had in mind when they came up with their automated phone systems, but I can tell you as of 2 weeks ago, that experience was real, and it was real bad. And how can you, as a business owner, manager, or leader, utilize, I guess, the power of accountability to increase engagement? Let me give you a couple examples. Think about the retail business owner, the retail sporting goods store, who has a manager, and the manager goes ahead and adds an extra $3.17 into the cash register, and then has the employee close it out at the end of the day. What happens? Does the employee come to the manager and say, "Boss, I've calculated this, I've counted the money 3 different times, and we're $3.17 more in here than there's supposed to be. I don't know what it is. I've counted it 3 times." Or does the employee go to the boss and say, "Oh, it's all done, boss. Everything's perfect"? Well, if it's the latter, then a teachable moment is about to happen, and or should happen, and the manager or business owner can sit down with the employee and say, "Hey, you know what? I added an extra $3.17 in here, and I was hoping that you would come back to me and say, 'Hey, I've counted this thing 3 times and it's off, and I don't know why.' But you didn't do that." Or what if the manager or business owner has some people doing inventory, and they actually add a few items in there? Do the employees come back and say, "Everything's great, boss. The numbers match out on the floor, that the numbers on the floor match the numbers on our electronic records"? Or do they come back and say, "Boss, I don't know what it is. This doesn't make any sense. Why do we have a record? We have actually more items in this department of this SKU than it says we should have. That doesn't make sense to me. Why?" When you've got employees that do the latter, you have honest, reliable employees who, as a business owner or a manager, you can count on. And if you don't, you don't. So, and once the word gets out that you are a manager or a leader who does things like that to check, you've got every single employee guessing all the time, "Hey, did I do this right? Was I thorough? And if not, I need to go tell the boss because I could be getting tested right now." I have a friend that owns a restaurant, and he has a 42-point checklist of things that a customer is supposed to experience based on the systems that he's designed. Everything from how an employee, how a customer is greeted at the door, how they're seated, whether they're told the specials, whether they are offered appetizers, whether they're, literally, whether they're offered drinks, whether they're offered desserts, and everything is measured. Do the supervisors or do the servers come back within 2 minutes after a plate's been delivered and ask if everything's okay? I'm talking down. He has this mapped out, and has people go in on a regular basis to see, I guess mystery shoppers or whatever. And so he told me he's got mystery shoppers that go out and do this, and he holds his employees accountable. So from the employee's perspective, they think that, and because it's possible that every single person that walks in their restaurant could be the mystery shopper or could be a mystery shopper. He can have a bunch of them, I don't know. But my point is that the employees are very conscientious about following the systems and the training that's been in place because there's accountability in place. So anyway, I guess I could tell you one more story about accountability that would help. Several years ago, I used an online service. I guess it was called Odesk. I don't know what it's called now, but I had some spreadsheets that needed to be built. And I assigned the exact same volume of work to 3 different people because I wanted to get it accomplished in a fraction of the time. So they were all given the same workload, they were all given the same instructions. 2 people got done in almost the exact same amount of time, give or take half an hour. Third person got half the amount accomplished. And I was like, I wonder why that is. So as part of the service, you could, because it was all online, using contractors all over the world, I was able to log in, and the service, Odesk, took pictures or screenshots every 10 minutes of what the people that I was hiring to do the work were doing. And I noticed that there was a little chat window open on the third person's screen in the 10-minute screenshots. Well, now I know why it took twice as long for this person to accomplish the work, because while I was paying them to do work, they were chatting with their friends in an online chat of some sort. So I was paying for it, but they weren't doing the work. Guess what? The person called them on it, and they made it right. And I think they learned a lesson that, hey, when you're agreeing to do work, people are checking, and just do what you're supposed to do. So again, I just think that I want to reiterate the importance of inspecting what you expect. So hope today's thoughts have been helpful, and we'll catch you next time.